everybody qualify for a house, but the reality is everybody's not going to. For the people who are not going to be able to qualify, I am creating this video. I want you to get a pen, get a paper, make sure you watch it to the end, because I'm going to be sharing some tips of what you can do if you're preparing for homeownership and you have horrible credit. It's muy horrible. It is bad. It's in the gutter. It's down on the ground. All of that. Now, I say this to you guys all the time. It's important that if you are going to begin to plan for homeownership, that you have an idea of what you're looking for, where you want to live, housing costs, things of that nature. Not because I'm saying that you working on your credit is going to cause that information to change. I feel like that if you know where you want to be and if you have an idea of housing costs, then it's more of a realistic expectation or setting up so that you know what it is. Because if the area that you live in has $1 million houses, but your income can only afford half of that, then you might be a little more discouraged or unwilling to see it through when it gets a little tough with the credit. The first thing I would say is sit, make a plan, get an idea of where you want to be as far as your location, things of that nature. Any realtor can set you up for a save search, which will let you know about houses in your area as they list, as well as houses and what they sold for in your area. That's the first thing. The second thing that I want you to do is I want you to pull your credit report. I suggest Credit Score Go if you believe that you need credit repair, or you can use something like Smart Credit. Either of those is going to tell you the information and give you an idea of where your credit score is. It's going to tell you if you have any late payments. It's going to tell you things of that nature. Now, granted, we really don't need a credit report to tell us if we have late fees. You know what I'm saying? That's what they help do. I want you to sit down and I want you to look at it. Get a highlighter. I want you to get a highlighter. I want you to look at the credit report. I want you to read it from top to bottom. Now, if you don't want to use either the credit report providers that I suggested, that's on you. What I can say is the ones that I provided will provide you a side-by-side view of your credit report. Look at the credit report. If your scores are good, above a 650, you can probably qualify with your scores. The higher the score, the better. Your score qualifies you for the home. Your debt to income determines how much home you can get. Improving your score is not going to give you more money. It is the pre-qualification to getting approved. Got it? Good. We are into the next day. We're committed to the purpose. Once you pull your credit report, you are going to want to look at it and pay attention. If your scores, like I said, are like above a 650, then you could be fine to qualify. We're going to talk about what you need to do if you see things that just aren't right. When you're looking at your report, if you order from the two that I said, then it should be side by side. So it'll be easier for you to see differences. You want to look for things like old addresses that you might not live at. Is the birth dates the same? Is it reporting your current job accurately? Do you see addresses that you don't know? Are the account balances correct? Are they saying that you owe money and you don't owe money? When was the last time it was reported? These are all things that you're going to look for. Usually the easiest things to dispute, because that's what happens. Determine that you'll write a letter and send it to the credit bureaus. If you're uncomfortable with writing letters, then the best thing to do is sign up for Credit Score Go, and they will help you write the letters through AI assistance. Can't beat that. If you can take a picture, then you can do that. Then you give it time for it to come back. While you're working on your credit, you want to also make sure that you are doing the necessary steps to build your credit. Credit repair and credit building are not the same thing. However, most credit repair programs include some level of credit building, whether it's this much or this much. The biggest thing with your credit is you want to make sure that all your areas are going to be within, meaning you're not late. We're not getting into all the hacks. It's simple. Pay your bill on time. Pay it a few days before it's due. If you can't do that, then that's a sign that you need the budget. That's not what we're talking about today. Today we're talking about credit, trying to help you with credit building. Set up automatic payment, especially if you're really forgetful. Automatic payment for the minimum payment. Make sure you don't overuse your credit cards, meaning that if you have a credit card that you are paying it off monthly, the full balance, which means you don't want to borrow more than what you can afford to pay. Now, if you're the type of person who's using a credit card and you're maybe using it for emergencies, then make sure that you're paying whatever amount you need to pay it paid off within 3 to 6 months. That way you're not incurring a whole lot of interest and things of that nature. If you guys got questions about debt management or trying to pay down your debt, then you can drop your questions below. The other thing you want to make sure you do is if for some reason you're like, Shannon, I can't get a credit card because I'm trying to repair my credit and it's too bad, then find somebody who you trust and who trusts you and ask them if you can be an authorized user on their account. That will give you access to their credit history without having access to their credit card or their credit line. It works. And then once you do that, then you can get your own as you're repairing your credit. The last thing that I would recommend doing is making sure that you have a diversity of credit. If you only have credit card payments and student loans, then it's likely that your score is, or not credit card payments, a card payment and student loans, then your credit profile is not diverse enough. You need a credit card or two in there. Typically, you need 3 to 5 lines of credit to build credit. You need to use them properly. Now, I just told you how to use them properly. Don't borrow more than you can afford to pay off in a month. It's really simple. Paying it by the statement date. If you can do those things, then you should start to see an increase or an incline in your credit score while you're repairing. Then, as the repair is taking place, some things might come off. One more time for the people in the back. Some things might come off, some things might not come off. As you're building your score, you'll see that things start to change. Now, for the things that don't come off, then those are the things that you want to settle or that you want to negotiate before you pay. Because if you try to negotiate after you pay, then the creditor is not going to do it because they've already gotten what they want. What they wanted was for you to pay. Negotiate before you pay. That works better for you. That way you can do it. When you're trying to negotiate, I have a settlement video. If I can put it somewhere up in here, remembering, then I will. If not, typically the first offer is the best offer that they're going to offer you as far as debt settlement goes. If you settle a debt, just watch my debt settlement video. If you have questions, drop them below. Hopefully, now you have a very clear understanding of what to do, where to start, credit repair, how to do it, making your plan for home ownership, how to build your credit so that you can start to see change. Because I know if you made it this far, you found value. Share, follow, so that people know that it's real. All the resources that you need will be linked at the bottom. Thank you so much, friends. My name is Shannon. I specialize in helping credit challenged individuals become mortgage ready by helping you feel confident as a buyer or seller. Thank you. Have a phenomenal day.